Welcome to the Style Sports Hub, presented by UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics.
Welcome to the Sports Hub podcast, sponsored by UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics and our friends at Plaza Cadillac and Plaza Lincoln. I'm your host, Scott Chevalier, and man, I'm excited because today we're talking about one of my favorite sports and my favorite subjects, and it's high school football. But it's not just high school football, it's playoff high school football. That means we're getting to the end of the season to find out who is going to come away with the crown. And today, I'm so stoked to have this guy in here because I've done a little research on him, and he comes from I come from, and I'm excited about that. I hope we'll get to hear more about that. But I have the coach and some players from Mount Dora Christian Academy, the Bulldogs. So give me a big Bulldog roar right there, all right? It's awesome to have you guys here. Welcome, Coach.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.
And we're so good. TJ, so good to have you here.
Thank you for having us.
I got to hear, what position?
Oh, running back.
Oh, I'm exciting. That's the one everybody screams for. You're running down the field, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's exciting. And you got an exciting time of the year right now.
I do.
I mean, golly, where did it start for you? I mean, in middle, high school, where did you start in football?
Probably when I was like 6 or 7 years old, Been playing since I was young.
That's awesome. So did you grow up emulating somebody playing football, somebody in pros or college that you said, I want to run like that guy?
Not really, just kind of do my own thing.
Dang,
Yeah.
Creating your own way in football. That's fantastic. Coach, you got to be excited. I mean, I'm wondering, TJ, are you a junior, senior? What year are you?
Yeah, I'm a junior.
Oh, see, we got another year with this guy.
Yes, sir.
That's
Yes, sir.
another opportunity.
We're very excited.
That is fantastic. So what's it feel like, Coach, to be in this week of preparation before a playoff game?
We've worked really hard all year, and we've told our kids, November's the goal. Like we don't really want to play our best football in August and September, and we preach to them November's the goal, and they've met that with awesome maturity, and now we get a chance to go play one more on Saturday night, and to play for it all on Saturday night, close to home, 45 minutes from home. It's pretty awesome. So we're excited.
Yeah, just knowing that you're close to home, I'm assuming you have a good travel base that'll come with you.
Yeah.
Do you travel with a band as well?
Yeah, we actually got out of a meeting this morning. The band's coming, the cheerleaders are coming. We've got parents doing an escort behind the bus all the way there. We got the police leading us out of town. Hey, it's really cool to see our community, get so excited. I was at church on Sunday, and I had a little old lady I'd never met, and she was like, "Hey, what plays are we going to run on Saturday?" I didn't even know you were keeping up with it like that. But no, it's been awesome to have our little community. Just that everybody's excited. Everybody's really excited.
I mean, that's TV movie right there.
Yeah,
I mean, the families, the people at church, every restaurant you go in. Do you guys get to eat free in town when you show up?
I don't think we get to eat free quite yet. We don't have that much clout. Well, maybe next year if we keep it up.
Yeah,
right?
I'm thinking you keep that jersey on everywhere you go. I mean, think about Friday Night Lights.
Right.
Those guys became rock stars. I mean, because you represent your town.
Yeah.
And you're going to the Villages High School to play the game.
Yes, sir.
So you're close enough around. I mean, this parade will be something amazing to be seen. So what time do you guys actually leave to head to the Villages?
I think we're going to leave at 4:45. I think that's what our itinerary says right now, so we can get there. Or I'm sorry, 3:45. Sorry,
Okay.
I'm a little off. 3:45. Get there a little bit early, get them settled in, and then treat it just like normal. Nothing's going to change. It's the
Game
same
day, just
same
like
process like every other week. So
that's awesome.
Yep.
So I had a question like that. I think about back in my days of high school, and I thought about, I never made state playoffs, but we wanted to, and we played hard. How do you prep? How do you get these guys ready in their minds to be thinking? Because in their minds, I mean, it's not just another game. This is for the state championship.
Right. It's funny because I constantly worry about that. Actually, the guys that are here today, I'm always asking them, what's the vibe of the locker room? How are the guys? What does that look like? And this year we have great leadership, and they've just said, Coach, we're good. We had a play one time against Lake Highland Prep earlier in the year, and I was trying to get us to go tempo, go fast, line up, go. Anyway, we ended up having a bad snap, bad play. And this guy comes off on the sideline and says, Coach, hey, calm down. Hey, we're going to score. We're going to be all right. And, he walked away, and I left, and I went, he's right. All right, I need to listen to these young men because, they have so much more poise than the adults half the time. And we're very fortunate to have a really, really good locker room, and we're very proud of that. We're proud of the locker room and how these guys handle themselves. So I think that's made our job as coaches pretty easy this year.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I mean, TJ, that just sounds like it's scripted for a movie.
Yeah.
If you would have been mic'd up, talking to the coach, going, "Coach, we got this. It's going to be all right." He takes a deep breath, calls the next play. That's fantastic. So I was looking at your season.
Mm-hmm.
So am I right that there's only one loss in your whole season?
Yes, sir.
And that was early in the season. So I'm wondering, what did you guys learn in that one loss? Did that do something to the team to propel you to where you are now?
Well, we lost to a team that just got beat in the Final Four. So
Wow.
we played a quality opponent. We stalled out twice on the 2-yard line in that game. We lost by 5. So honestly, it was the best thing that could have happened because we look back and we're like, look, you didn't play clean. We didn't do this, and this is the result. And there was no panic. Like, it was just like, all right, we got to go to practice the next day, and they just went about their business. Losing happens. We say it all the time. Other teams practice too. Other teams are going to score. Other teams are going to. plays happen. It's how do you respond to those plays, and I think that's coach talk. But this group really has kind of embodied like, they're going to make plays, but hopefully we make a little bit more. We do one more thing better than they do, and
Right.
and it's been a good result.
I mean, you only need one more point.
That's it. That's it.
You think back to a loss and how much you can learn from that, that you guys, even on the field, can think back, you don't like that feeling.
No.
And what could I have done differently? I mean, TJ, do you think about that? Do you think about a run, something you could have done? Do you play on defense too or just offense?
I play both sides, offense and defense. Little DB sometimes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So has there been a play this year that sticks in your mind that gave you confidence throughout each week that you're like, I did that, so I can do this?
Not really. I would say like just having confidence in our O-line. Those guys really put in the work every day. So I know anytime I'm getting the ball, I know they're blocking for me, so we're all good.
That's awesome, man.
Not just one play.
I get so impressed watching a running back, especially when you make the cut and you know where the hole is,
Right.
and you can squeeze through that area and get moving. I got to believe that you're always looking for the opportunity.
Always. Trying to see a little daylight.
That's fantastic. So when you think about the team you're going to be playing this weekend, I mean, obviously you probably already done some film study on them.
A little bit.
Have you ever played this team before?
We played them. When I was not here, when I was actually in Tennessee.
Okay.
And then I played them when I want to say it was 2017. I think it was my first year back as head coach, and they beat us. They beat us pretty good in the first round of the playoffs. So we have a little bit of an experience with them, but they're South Florida, so we don't really have a ton of overlap with those schools. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So do you know what's their record going into this too?
Are they 12-1?
12-1.
12-1. Yep, same as us. 12-1. So
it's going to be a good game.
yeah, I think so. Yeah,
And what time's kickoff?
7.
7 o'clock. Well, that's fantastic. I mean, I've got an event that night, or I'd be there because I've never fun. I love the venue where you guys will be playing at, and to have that kind of just championship football is going to be fantastic. I got to think back as you as a student athlete. I mean, do you find it difficult to balance being a student but also athletics? Because there's a lot requested of you. I mean, you got to put a lot in.
For sure. Sometimes I find it hard, but when we have good coaches, have good parents, holding you accountable to your goal, I think everybody, like a support system is really good. So, yeah.
That's awesome. So have you played at Mount Dora Christian Academy all through high school?
Yes, sir. I've been here since I was a freshman.
Oh, that's fantastic,
Yeah.
man. And has
Full
Coach
circle.
Tackett been your coach the whole time?
Yes, his first year
Man.
back. The second time was my freshman year. So I'm his freshman class.
So I just saw it in your eye. You got excited when you said that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you got to be excited this guy's back to Mount Dora Christian Academy.
Yeah, it's my guy.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So, Coach, I mean, you mentioned it earlier, going to Middle Tennessee. You spent some time there. You had some time in college ball, I saw, too. Quarterback coach.
Yes, sir.
Did you play quarterback in high school? Or?
Oh no, tight end.
No kidding.
Hey, tight ends. That's where it's at. Every other position's great, but tight ends. That's where it's at. That's where the real workers are.
So you can basically teach every quarterback where you should throw the ball.
Yeah, or if you throw a tight end to getting his head knocked off,
Yeah, exactly.
I get on the quarterbacks pretty often about that.
Do not lead him into that.
Right.
Yeah, make sure he has a good catchable ball. That's
right.
So tell us about that. I mean, you went away from Mount Dora Christian Academy. Did you go from here to Tennessee?
No, so kind of a crazy story. We had a really good run at Mount Dora. Took a job at Oviedo, became the head coach at Oviedo High School, and then just got an opportunity to go to Tennessee. honestly, at that time, it was just financially, it was just kind of like apples to oranges.
Yeah.
Nothing but great things to say about Oviedo. They treated me with first class. Like, it was a fantastic spot.
Yep.
But went to Middle Tennessee, had a great run up there, had awesome players and awesome coaches, and then honestly never thought the opportunity to come back to Mount Dora was going to happen. But our athletic director is the best in the state, and I'll say that till I'm blue in the face. And she got it done. We were talking the other day. I don't know how she got it done. I don't know how I got back here. I don't know. But we're really blessed that we got to be back here and be back at this program and at this school and in this community.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And you can hear it in your players. I mean, there's an excitement. So, I mean, TJ, thinking about you, I mean, you've been here since a freshman playing ball. Right. You probably knew about this coach.
I did.
And then getting an opportunity to have him come back here, that's fantastic. How was the team last year? I mean, were they pretty good last year too?
The group, we were 8-3, but we got beat in the first round of the playoffs, and I think that really helped mold what we are this year. So I think the seniors last year laid a foundation of like, hey, we got here. We got to the playoffs, but we all left that game with a bad taste in our mouth. We knew we probably had a little bit more meat on the bone, and that has been a reference that we've used all year this year. And the kids have been really awesome and using that moment to remind everybody, like, we don't want to do that again. And so we had a good team last year, and they really springboarded us into what we have this year.
So when you look back at the season, and obviously you had that first loss to this team from South Florida, when you look at the progression game to game, week to week, has there been something you've seen that you can put your finger on and go, that's the secret sauce?
Yeah.
That's what makes Mount Dora Christian Academy who we are. And we don't want to give away any secrets to the opposing team on here. They'll hear this afterwards.
Yeah, that's right.
But is there something you can look at and go, you watch college ball and you see a team like Ohio State or Georgia in the SEC. They look at special things. You got a player in Ohio State who's probably the number one receiver in the country, and then a quarterback who's never played, and you wonder how that's going to work. Is there something you guys have had that's just been a chemistry that you go, this is our ball. Yeah. This is who Bulldog football is, how we play?
There wasn't a game or a moment. I think the biggest thing about our approach is consistency. We're not going to change how we do things. If we win by a lot, we're going to do the same thing on Monday. If we lose by a lot, we're going to do the same thing on Monday. We believe in practicing really, really hard. I know that's coach speak, but we practice really, really hard to the point where our kids we get to Friday night sometimes and we're like, man, Wednesday was way worse than this. But I think we don't make any one game bigger than the next game. Like, it's just another football game, and you have to play that game on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday if you want to have success on Friday. So, everybody says we coach with crazy energy on a Friday. You should see this on a Wednesday. You should see it on a Tuesday because we're leaving practice drenched in sweat because, that's the intensity you have to have because everything matters. Everything matters. And so they've done just a good job of understanding the consistency required to make sure everything matters. And I think the byproduct has been pretty good.
Yeah, it must be. I mean, consistency does count. And for you guys, I mean, even thinking about when you eat before a game, how you travel, that has to stay consistent.
Yeah.
For these guys to understand, this is when we're going to meet, this is when we're going to eat, this is when we're going to have the locker room, this is when we're coming out. All of those things play a part. I don't think a lot of people understand it's more than just X's and Y's and plays on the field.
Yeah.
That there's a lot of mental to what football is. So, TJ, thank you so much for being here, Coach. We're going to continue this conversation. I want to hear more about the mental aspects of football because getting to playoff football, there has to be some mental aspects of this. So I want to talk about that when we come back right after this break.
Is pain or restricted range of motion keeping you on the sidelines? Get back in the game with expert orthopedic care from UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics. UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics provides robotic-assisted surgical joint repairs and replacements, post-operative care, and inpatient rehabilitation services, all close to home, right here in Lake and Sumter counties. And for those unexpected injuries, UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics offers convenient walk-in and same-day appointments. To learn more or to schedule an appointment with one of their specialists, call 352-323-5665.
So welcome back to the Sports Hub podcast. My name's Scott Chevalier, and I am joined today again by Coach Kolby Tackett from Mount Dora Christian Academy, and we have sitting beside me Mr. Nathan And Nathan, you're wearing an interesting number for football. 0, okay? Tell me what position you play.
I play safety.
Safety. Wow, you are a tall safety. I don't think I'd want to see you coming across the field if I'm catching the ball. Is that the game, right?
Yes, sir.
That's fantastic. What year in school are you?
I'm a senior.
Wow. This is the last game of your high school career.
Yes, sir.
Wow. So we were talking before the break about the mental aspect. How does that play for you? I mean, mentally, how long have you been playing football?
I've been playing since I've been in 6th grade. So.
Oh, my gosh. So does it ever come to your mind, or do you let yourself think about that this is my last high school football game?
I mean, it's definitely a thought, but just, going out, want to finish strong with the win, so just focusing on that aspect of it instead of that this is it.
Yeah. And so obviously you've been with Mount Dora Christian Academy all through high school?
I've not. I've only been here for 2 years.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you didn't have to experience other losses. This is a state championship game for you for this school.
Yes, sir.
That's fantastic. So where'd you play before?
I was at Mount Dora High School.
Okay. So not far away. That's fantastic. Coach, we talk about that mental aspect. I mean, here's a guy who's a senior. I don't know how many seniors do you have on the team?
9?
Something.
I think 9.
Out of what? How big a roster? Do you have?
47.
Oh wow! So about 25% of your roster is seniors. So the seniors, I mean, you guys get together and say, "Not on our watch." We're going to set a standard on this thing.
Yes, sir.
That's fantastic. I think about mentally preparing because there has to be that aspect. You guys have been watching film. You see the opponent, you see their record, and you said it earlier. You just got to win one more point. Everybody's going to make plays. There's going to be good plays. There's going to be bad plays. Mentally, how do you get past as a player, Nathan, a bad play? Someone catches a ball on you, and they break loose for 40 yards, and their fans are screaming. What do you do?
I mean, it's always just that next play mentality, especially as a DB. Like, there's going to be big plays. People are going to catch passes, but just going on to make the next play and get the stop, get off the field, that's what you got to focus on.
I think I see why he starts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Can you think of a play this year where you were playing where that happened, where you had to refocus?
There was one play a couple weeks ago where they broke a long run, and I just didn't give up on the play, went and chased it down, and we ended up getting the ball back that play. So just keep fighting and just never giving up on the play.
That's fantastic, yeah. Coach, how do you do that mentally for the team? How do you get them to have that kind of mindset? That's grown up.
Yeah,
mindset.
That's our locker room. I mean,
wow.
I think that's why we're in the situation we're in. We're very mature. Our kids get what they get what they're supposed to do. I think routine. I think kids thrive on routine. That's why we don't really change what we do. If we're supposed to have a walkthrough after our team lift, we might be on the road, so we're gonna eat our team meal. But if we have to go do a walkthrough in the Cracker Barrel behind Daytona International Speedway, we've done that twice now. We've done a walkthrough in the Cracker Barrel parking lot behind Daytona International Speedway because they know the routine, and so we just try to keep the routine consistent. And then we have great leadership, great players that preach the same message of like, so what, now what? They're like, yep, they're going to make a play. Let's go make more plays than them and try to win the war. So again, can't say enough good things about our locker room and our players.
Yeah, that maturity says a lot for where you are, and it says a lot about you seniors because you guys can control the mindset, the atmosphere of that locker room. You hear that all the time.
Yeah.
Teams who are losing at a different level lose the locker room.
Yeah.
And players turn internally against each other. And if you can stay unified, and it sounds like you have the town behind you.
Yeah.
I mean, having a parade and everybody going together and behind the buses, that's pretty exciting. I mean, can you not see that in a TV movie? We've all seen those things. I mean, that's small town USA, man. The high school team's coming through town. Are you going to have a police escort? Did you say that too?
Absolutely. Absolutely we are, Hey, if we're going to do it, let's do it right.
I love it. I love it. That is fantastic. I mean, you think about that one play you talked about, okay? The guy breaks loose, you chase the play down. I mean, when you are at that first play, because I remember, I'm trying to think back, it's been a long time, but I think back to that first play. Everything's built up inside of you. You practiced hard, you're ready. And when that first snap of the ball happens, what are you thinking in that moment?
I mean, I would just say all the preparation we've put into just getting ready to display that on the field and show everyone, what we've worked hard for.
Trust what that skills, all the development you've done, even the stuff before football season started, weight room, training, preparation, and kind of get that lights out of your eyes, and think about it's in this moment. I think you said it earlier, it's play by play.
Yeah.
You may not win this play, but there's another one coming.
Yeah.
Have you found that the support of the fans has been instrumental in you guys being successful? I mean, you hear it all the time. We watch College Game Day, and it's the fans who can cause, offsides or get the mental aspect messed up. Have you found that in Mount Dora?
It stood out to me last week in the semifinal game. After, in the middle of the game, you looked up and you were like, man, this place is packed, And again, I tell the players all the time, like, people are paying to watch you guys play. Like, you guys have earned like people's time on a Friday night. They're paying to watch you play. After that game, we had all of our people come down on the field, and it was just it was one of those really cool moments that I'll always remember as a coach of just like, man, people care. People care about what these guys are doing, and these guys have done an awesome job of putting on pretty good product for them as well.
I mean, that's your stage.
Yeah.
People come in there and they have expectations. I mean, parents are coming with expectations. Former players come back with expectations. What was the score at halftime for your last game? Do you remember what it was?
22-6, I believe. 22-6.
So you're winning 22-6 at halftime. That mental aspect. How do you stay focused when you're winning?
Yeah.
You come back out with the same mindset. Let's do it again.
It's I don't even say it's not really scoreboard watching. It's executing to the best of your ability on the drive that you're given. So like we don't live in the world of like, if the offense is out there, we're supposed to score. If the defense is out there, it's supposed to be a 3 and out. Like anything less than that has a correction. And so obviously you're never going to score. You're never going to hold them all to 3 and outs all the time. But we don't lower that standard for them, and I think that has kind of helped us in adversity, when we have tough moments.
100%. How about injuries this year? Are you guys pretty healthy right now?
Yeah, we lost one of our starting offensive linemen in the third game of the year. And again, let me talk to you about the leadership. So we lose a junior. So he basically becomes the offensive line coach for the guard position of the guy that's replacing him, and he coaches him every single Friday night to where the kid that's in there now is playing phenomenal football. And like that would have been an opportunity for that kid to say, well, my season's over. I don't care anymore. I would almost argue he's more engaged now, and he's not even playing. And so we just have awesome kids. Like I know I sound like a broken record saying that, but I love this group. I love these players, and we're blessed to have a locker room like that we do.
I think I hear what you say in the terms of what I hear every Saturday when coaches are winning. It's about the players.
Yeah.
That the leadership that these kids have, that the focus that they have, it's maturity.
Yeah.
And being able to go into a locker room, whether you're up 22-6 or finding yourself behind, knowing we're going out there to do what we know we need to do and get the job done. Right. And even working through the injuries. You said he was a junior that got hurt, so you have another year with him. Yep. He's going to be able to come back.
He's very excited to come back.
Well, that's one of our sponsors. UF Health, Orthopaedics, take care of it, make sure they're healthy.
That's right.
Get them back on the field. That's what it takes. So tell me about a play this year that you felt like maybe it was an interception. Was there any interceptions this year for you?
I have not.
Have you looked for an interception this year?
There was a couple times.
Close, yeah. So you find in playing in the opposition that there are some quarterbacks out there that, like this weekend, are they a throwing team? Are they more of a running team? What do you think?
I mean, they do run the ball a lot, but he's got an arm. He likes to throw it downfield. So.
Okay, so you're going to have to be on guard this week,
yes,
knowing that this guy wants to toss the ball down the field. And obviously, you've probably taken a look at their receivers, how you match up. How tall are you, Nathan?
About 6 foot.
Yeah, you walked in here, you were skying over me a little bit. So I thought you were a tight end. I thought, now you're telling me you're a defensive back. Safety, did you say?
Yes, sir.
I mean, you're the guy who's headhunting out there. That's fantastic. Coach, when you look at the opposition, what do you see in the other team that you go, wow, they do that really good?
They attack you in a bunch of different ways. So their quarterback is not afraid to stretch the ball down the field vertically. They have a nice zone read game with a back that they complement really well. Then they run their gap scheme stuff pretty well, but it's a lot of the same looks, but definitely different personnel. And so we're gonna have to really stay home and do our job, because if you try to do everybody else's job, they have enough players that they can make you look pretty foolish.
Wow, and they're from South Florida.
Yeah, Jupiter.
Oh, okay. So they're going to have to travel quite a ways.
Yeah.
To me, that would be an advantage to you. You
Yeah.
guys are a little closer to home.
Yeah.
Traveling base may be a little better for you guys
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah, I hope traffic's terrible for them. I hope it takes 9 hours.
Hope the turnpike's
That's
not
right.
doing well.
That's right.
That's awesome. When you guys look at your community and you think about, the people who are behind you, obviously you got the parents. Do you have a booster club that supports the school too?
We don't really operate, being in a private school, we don't really operate in the world of like the booster club as much as it is, we're a K through 12 school. So it's very normal for us to be greeted by third graders, sixth graders, 12th graders. And I tell these guys at practice, man, when you walk next to the first graders, man, y'all are cooler than Batman. Y'all are cooler than anybody that they can imagine.
Absolutely.
So it kind of just creates that family environment on our campus of these guys have worn this jersey really well, and the young kids they're so cranked up about it. They're so excited.
So you just said what I've been thinking the entire time, and now you've said it. Knowing you're a K through 12 campus, dude, you're NFL players to them. I mean, you think about it. A young kid who's playing, in my day it was called Midget Football League. We probably don't say that now. Pop Warner, whatever it might be. Think about when you played that. And you saw high school kids playing under Friday night lights and what that might look like. These kids look at you guys. How does that impact you as a player? Forget about the sport. As a person, that these younger people are looking to you and what you do on the field and off the field because they're in that same hallways, that same campus. How does that make you feel?
I mean, for me, it's just like checking myself on it, making sure like when I walk around campus, I'm being a good example to these kids, and especially being a Christian school, like being an example of a Christian man, like showing them how to live.
Nathan, that is, Coach, you got a deep locker room.
Yeah. Awesome.
I mean, I know guys in their 30s that don't answer questions like that. That is powerful, dude, to hear you say, understanding who your faith is, what your faith is in, and what that requirement is for you to live in front of somebody else. I just want to applaud you, man. I haven't got to see you play, but I would be screaming for you to intercept the ball and run. And I would be saying, to God be the glory as you run the ball, That, I mean, good thing you're at a Christian school. We got God on our side. We can laugh a little bit about that because God's on all their sides. But, hey, that's fantastic that you got people behind you. Churches probably praying for you, people who want you healthy, to see you guys end your season, and to hear guys like this. Holy cow. I mean, that makes me want to root for the Bulldogs, and that I think you guys have something that's special, and it's not just on the field. Yeah. I think it's in the locker room.
100%.
So Nathan, thanks so much. I am impressed with you. Like I said, I'd be out there rooting for you. I can't wait to come back. I want to hear about more of the coaches when I talk to your coach. But thank you for being here. Good luck on this weekend when you play this big game. And we're going to come right back after this and talk to the coach about the other coaching staff and how that cohesive group helps them become winners at Mount Dora Christian Academy.
Drive home your new Lincoln during our summer invitation event. Enjoy 0% for 48 months and 2 years free maintenance on our large selection of 25 Corsair, Nautilus, and Aviator. Or take $5,000 off remaining 24 Nautilus. Stop in today to see the all-new 25 Navigator, completely redesigned with our most luxurious interior ever, featuring a 48-inch curved display and 24-way massaging seats. Plaza Lincoln in Leesburg, across from the airport. Our drive to be the best starts with you.
Hey, so we're back on the Sports Hub podcast. Again, my name's Scott Chevalier, and we are talking football. But folks, we're not talking just any football. We're talking playoff football here in Central Florida. And we have the Mount Dora Christian Academy Bulldogs with us, Coach Kolby Tackett. And number 17 joins us now. Blake, I got to know, first of all, we've had a 2, we had a 0, and have 17. What position?
Safety.
Another safety. You raise them tall in the safeties. How tall are you?
About 6 foot 5'11".
Oh, yes, my gosh. So you're a headhunter out there too, looking for the ball.
Yes, sir.
That's fantastic. What kind of defense do you guys play?
It's multiple. We'll get in a 3 high look or 2 high look, 1 high, but he's being humble. He actually just broke the all-time interception record at I almost said Middle Tennessee Christian, at Mount Dora Christian, who is held by a guy named Isaiah Bryant, who's playing at Navy right now. So he's being humble about all this stuff, but he's had a great season.
Come on, Blake. You got to talk it up. What year in school are you?
I'm a senior.
Wow, another senior. So mentally, this is it. I mean,
Yes, sir.
Are you have any aspirations for ball after high school?
Yes, sir, for sure.
Are you looking anywhere right now? Anybody have any conversations with you?
I've had a few interests, but I'll see after the season what it eventually comes down to.
That's great. Have you always played a safety?
I played everywhere basically, like growing up, but I was like mainly a linebacker, and I switched to safety my 10th grade year.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
And was that a coaching decision or a personal decision that you saw?
I got out there in our preseason game, 10th grade year, and my DC saw it, and he never put me back at linebacker.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So tell me, what's the most exciting thing being a safety versus linebacker?
I would say getting interceptions.
A little bit of freedom back there,
I
eyeballing everything.
I like being seeing everything. It's awesome just being able to just see everything that's happening.
So what do you think about this weekend? You've watched this quarterback on film.
Yes, sir.
You got a pick in you this weekend?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, I like that, Coach. He's already figuring it out.
Yes, sir.
That's great. So if you get in the end zone, Coach is listening, is there an end zone dance that you guys have, or is it just hand the ball to the ref and go back business as usual?
Hand the ball back.
Hand the ball back. Let's go to the next play.
Sir.
Yeah.
Get us back on defense. Get another one.
Well, that's fantastic.
Yes, sir.
I was talking to your coach about other coaches because he's the head guy, but Coach, you got to have other support staff that are helping these guys understand their positions. I mean, you've been a quarterback coach before, so in being a small Christian private school, how do you find those kind of coaches?
Yeah, I think it comes back to our administration, our athletic director. We've got a lot of coaches in the building with jobs, which in Florida that's really hard to get. We have almost our entire staff in the building, which is absolutely awesome, and they're kind of saturated through elementary, middle school, and high school. So we have eyes on all of them all the time. The PE curriculum matches with the middle school curriculum. So whatever they're doing in PE matches with what they're going to do. And we get them in football class and they're lifting and all that stuff. So, it takes a village, and we have awesome assistant coaches who they work so hard behind the scenes, and they don't get enough credit. Like they grind. And again, we wouldn't be here without those guys.
We can play this part to them over and over again so they hear you are talking. It does. It takes all these people. I mean, you think about any organization that's going to be successful. We were talking off camera about the Ford Motor Company looking for employees, talking about Kroger here locally. But we think about you guys. I mean, you just described a system, elementary, middle, high school. So what about the young boys that are coming up? I mean, are you already looking at and developing and thinking through those coaches working with those kids at younger levels so that when they get to his level, and I guess you would start in high school as a freshman, so the 7th and 8th graders coming up, is there a mentality there that you're already getting them trained that way?
So we actually, in the off season, we kind of cycle the seniors out. Sorry, Blake, but we cycle the seniors out, and then we bring in the upcoming 8th graders. So they really start that second semester of their 8th grade year of here's what we ask of you guys. And so it's kind of the model that a lot of Texas schools use, but it's been really good for us, and it's been really good for retention, just keeping kids understanding the process of, you got to lift weights. You got to lift weights. Guess what? You got to lift weights. So there's a lot of that process that goes into that.
So you said something very interesting. So what they do in Texas and helping them do these kids ever dress out with the varsity team?
We let a few. Yeah, there's a few that have earned the right to. They've been at practice every day, or they're doing things right. Yeah, we've let a few. There's a few 8th graders that are coming up that we think are going to be really good players down the road. So of course, we want to reward those guys.
That's fantastic, Blake. You are sitting in the same seat that another player had. You're a senior. So do you feel the pressure of the younger kids looking up to you, walking in the hallways? They know what you do on Friday night, man. They've watched you do it. And do you feel that pressure? Do you feel a responsibility to live a certain way in front of them so that they're emulating who you are?
Yes, sir. You definitely have to just show them how you play and how you are as a person. That's even more important than anything else. Just living by God's way, and just that's the most important thing. And every day, just showing them to be that type of person. It's more than just the field.
Coach, you have a very mature team because, to hear young men, you hear it a lot sometimes in college football. If somebody scores a touchdown, first of all, I want to thank God for the opportunity. Right. These guys are just openly sharing their faith and being their foundation. You can hear it in them. I got to believe that's something that's just keeping the consistency in your team together, that there is a unity, that you guys feel like a family.
Yes, sir.
Has there been a time in this past season where you felt like you relied more on your family, maybe a bad play on your part, but you felt like someone was with you on the field going, you got it, man, you got this, keep your head up?
Yes, sir. Every time, any little bit of mess up, I know I got my other safety, Nate, right behind me. Just any bad play, he's always going to be there. You're good, bro, you're good. Next play mentality, next play. He's always there.
So what did it feel like as a senior? I guess last week was your last playoff game before this week. So clock's counting down. You obviously are winning. What's going on inside of you? Did you get to be in a state championship ever playing high school ball?
I did my freshman year, but it was not pretty.
Were you on the field?
Yeah, I played, yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes, sir. A little bit.
So how did it feel as a senior? Clock's counting down. You know it's about to hit 0, and you know what next week is. There's got to be something just exploding inside of you.
It was definitely a crazy feeling, but just there's nothing else I can think about besides Saturday right now. Just
zeroed in.
Yes, sir.
You're focused.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. Yes, sir. Coach, what are the greatest concerns you might have? You think about all the positive things. These guys obviously are rock solid. They got a mindset. They worked hard. They know what the offseason looks like. You said it, next play up, next player up, whatever it's going to take.
Right.
What concerns? What are things that keep you awake at night where your wife goes, go back to bed, and there's something inside between the ears, because you got to know it all. You're seeing from up here, the high level view.
Yeah.
Or there's things that are just keeping you, I got to get past this. We got to work on this. We got to be better here.
I mean, other than the typical football things, we can't have penalties. We need to stay on schedule. Offensively, we've got to stay on schedule. We've got to understand that, one punch to these guys isn't going to do it. They were down 30-14 in the semifinals. They came back and won. So that keeps up. The team we play is a very resilient group. Like they're going to they're going to go down swinging. I mean, they fought to the final 20 seconds and ended up winning that game last week. So knowing that it's going to be an absolute 4-quarter brawl obviously keeps you up. But again, that's what these games are supposed to be, right? Like it's supposed to be 2 good teams playing at the end of the year.
What you want.
That's 100%. And I think our kids want that. Like our kids, they know they're good, but we're also good. And we're going to find out what happens on Saturday.
Yeah, to be the best, you got to beat the best, right?
Yes, sir.
You want that competition opportunity out there for yourself. It's exciting. I'm glad that you guys are close because there's got to be a lot of families. I think about you and your fellow teammates. Have you found the families support you guys? Do you find that support is important to you when playing high school ball?
Yes, sir, 100%.
Yeah, I can imagine, going home, you guys have had a winning season. But I can imagine going home after a rough practice or whatever, just the encouragement of somebody. I think about here, locally, we have teams that actually get meals prepared for them even before game. Do you have that opportunity? Is that happening in Mount Dora?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're fortunate. We're eating at one of our parents' bed and breakfast on Saturday, and we have an awesome deal with Chick-fil-A and what they do for us. So, and then we have awesome support of our mom squad that makes sure they lack for nothing. They got food, they got drinks, they got everything in between. So again, just the support's been through the roof.
Now, I haven't seen a high school state championship ring. Have you seen one?
I've seen a few, but never had one in my.
You're anticipating that moment?
Yes, sir.
Where you can take a look at it? I can't imagine that would feel like to open that box and see that ring and know you get to wear that around the rest of your life.
Yes, sir.
I'm excited for you guys. It's going to be an amazing thing. I hope they tape it so I can go watch it. I'm going to be at a concert.
Okay, there you go.
But I want to know a state game, especially on the field you're playing on. Great environment, great support. You guys have had a great season, and I love the sound of the locker room. Coach, I am so thankful for you and your leadership. I'm glad you're back from Middle Tennessee. I'm just going from a Tennessee guy. I'm glad you're in Central Florida.
I'm glad to be back.
Yeah, I'm glad Mount Dora has you, and I'm glad you have the opportunity to go in this weekend. Good luck.
Thank you.
To you on Saturday. Good luck, brother.
Thank you.
Give it your all in your senior year.
Yes, sir.
Enjoy every minute of it, all right?
Sir.
Hey, that's going to do it today for the Sports Hub podcast. I'm Scott Chevalier. I want you to think about what these guys have been through all this season. It's been persevering. It's been giving it their all. They built a foundation to win. And that's what our sponsors do all the time. UF Health Orthopaedics and our sponsors over there at Plaza Cadillac and Plaza Lincoln, giving it their all as an organization to give us the message to give you to be winners. So good luck to these guys this weekend. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you again soon.
This has been the Style Sports Hub, presented by UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics.